Welcome to the Level Up Lifting Program. This is designed to help you at whatever stage you are at to level up your muscle mass, flexibility, and strength. I'm Dr. Mike Henderson, a board-certified medical doctor. I've been exercising most days of the week for the last 25 years, and I graduated in exercise science. I'm board-certified in lifestyle medicine. I understand a lot about exercising, and this is the program that I've developed that I've found most helpful, and it's also helpful for me. I still use it and my patients, and I hope it can help you. So, two principles that the Level Up Lifting Program uses. One is level up. We continue to track how many pounds we're lifting and how many reps we're lifting, and we get to level up every single exercise. And it's fun because you get to choose when you level up and how. The next principle that this uses is I don't like to stand around in the gym. I like to make my time in the gym very efficient. And one of the principles of muscle building is rest between sets. So what I've done is I've built this as an alternating exercise structure. So you're going to be working out one muscle group and then move to another muscle group that is an antagonist or opposing or allowing completely your body to rest that first muscle group, and then working out the other exercises, and then going back and working out the primary muscle group. So it's an alternating exercise structure. I'm going to walk through this program with you. I'm excited to do this, and just for you, and it's pretty fun. So first, there's 3 training styles. You're going to choose which one you're going to start with. You're either going to do form and eccentric focus. This is very important for those that are beginning or just returning into exercise. You're going to eccentric exercises actually strengthen tendons, and by strengthening tendons, you're going to hopefully decrease the risk of injury. Next is you can do bulk. This is progressive overload. This is for building muscle mass for those women out there that want to prevent osteoporosis. Yes, I know it's a scary term. So many ladies are like, I don't want to get bulky. It's hard to get bulky. But anyway, that's a side note. So bulking exercises help with building stronger bones and also help in building muscle mass. Next is tone. This is high repetition, calisthenic focus, and you get to choose which one of these you get to start with. How to track your progress. So in the actual exercise training, which I'm just going to show you one real quick, you can see these boxes. And in these boxes, you're going to track what weight you do and what rep you do. So here for standing lateral raises, we used 5 pounds, and the most we could do was 10. Then I went back to bodyweight squats. Then I came back for my second set, and I wrote the weight and the reps. So that's how you keep track of it in these boxes. We just do 3 sets. Sure, if you want to do 4, that's fine, or 5, it doesn't matter. But whatever you do or choose, you should do that every single week or every time you come back to the exercises. Come back to the explanation. The workout structure, each of the workout follows an 8 exercise pattern. You have a warm-up, 3 to 5 minutes, exercise 1 and 2. Okay, it's a primary muscle group. And again, as I said, the antagonist or opposing or opposite muscle group is the secondary muscle group. Then you go to exercise 3 with the primary muscle group, exercise 4 with the secondary muscle group. Exercise 5 is the primary muscle group. Then you do core, and then if you want, sure, throw in a bonus. This specific 8 exercise pattern usually takes anywhere from like 30 to 45 minutes. Some people a little bit longer, some people less. And if you want to have 20-minute exercises, what do? You just do exercise 1 and 2 and 3 and core, and you're set. You can totally just tweak this to your timetable. The weekly schedule, you can either choose 3 or 6 days to lift. Listen to your body. Especially if you're female and you're in the middle of your period, you may not want to work out 6 days of weightlifting where you're trying to level up. You may say, hey, I'm just going to do 2 days light. This is a rest week. I'm letting my body really work hard. And you may have a busy week in your job, and just you can mold this. This is to be somewhat flexible to your schedule. But I would recommend you kind of choose something and stick with it. Maybe start with 3 as you get really good at these exercises, maybe doing 3 to 6 days a week. All right, couple things. When you're doing your warm-ups and some of your exercises, use 3 to 5 reps in reserve on your first set, where it's like, I'm lifting my biceps, or doing my biceps with the barbell curl, and I could probably do 3 to 5 more, but I'm going to leave it there. That's a great warm up. You're getting blood flow to the muscles, you're getting through the full range of motion, and you're not exhausting them initially, okay? That's like someone, waking you up in the middle of the night saying, let's go on a run, or here's all these work emails, and that's not a healthy way to live. All right, next, when switching between training styles, start with fresh tracking sheets, and this is big. Let's say I'm moving from eccentric, and I'm feeling like I'm progressing, I want to move to bulk. Well, if I do bulk for a month or two and I say, hey, I really like the eccentric, I want to go back, we'll start with a brand new sheet of eccentric. I recommend against using the same sheet used previously because those were different. It's a different time of your life. You got up to certain strengths. Just start with a new fresh sheet, kind of get your baseline, and then start leveling up. I love to use a clipboard. Super easy. Get a little pen that sticks on there and you just walk around the gym and you can keep track of stuff. Super simple. I like it better than a phone. You don't have to like open it and you get stuck on some social media stuff. Just clipboard, great. And then record every set. Growth often happens in later sets, even if early sets match previous performance. And I'll explain a little more of that below. Lifting variation, this is kind of fun. If you kind of get tired of the standard pace lifts, which is like, hey, I'm just doing biceps and it's up for 1.5 seconds, down and up, you can switch it up. And this actually is really cool data behind this. The first one, this is eccentric too, is 3 seconds lengthening the muscle group, 1 second explosive up. Okay, that's one variation. Another one is pulsed reps. You go up to about half shortening, and you just pulse. 1 to 5 inches, and you just pulse. Usually get a really good pump and a burn here. Enjoy it, appreciate it. When it's enough, you're done. Okay. And how do you track that? You can track it for time. You can even count the pulses, and you can write that. The last is isometric holds. And I got some cool data behind this, but you go up to half and you hold it there. Okay, another example would be squats, holding, just like wall squats, holding that at that bottom spot. The data for this that's really cool is this is really good for individuals that have high blood pressure. This is actually data-driven, scientifically backed studies to show this is the best exercises to bring down blood pressure, systolic and diastolic. If you have any questions, drop in the comments. There's a consistency rule. If you change your variation, let's say I really like this pulse thing, I'm going to do it on my bicep curls, write it next to the bicep curls, and every time you do bicep curls, do the pulse. That way you have consistency, and you're tracking for that specific way you're doing those curls. All right. Hey, I have to throw in nutrition. What do you notice? You'll notice there's a food in here that's missing, and it's intentional. I do not have protein anywhere on this portion because right now, especially in America, everything's protein laden. Hey, you want a protein Pop-Tart, protein this, protein that. And it's like, I actually think we're overemphasizing that. Here are some other foods that I highly recommend you don't miss, and you create a pattern, and this will help in recovery and muscle utilization and appropriate growth, okay? Fiber, 30 grams a day. Quick side note, if you're only having 5 or 10 grams of fiber, go slow. Increase that over a couple of weeks. Otherwise, you feel bloated. Next, herbs and spices. Seriously, y'all, I could geek out on each one of these areas, but I will spare you because we're here for level up lifting and not food. But herbs and spices should be with every meal. Cardamom, cinnamon, thyme, oregano, cloves, whatever it is, just a little bit. It helps with so much. Just trust me on that. Next, fermented foods. This is kefir, this is yogurt, this is kombucha, this is sauerkraut, things from the fridge. They have to be refrigerated. They don't have vinegar. 3 to 5 servings per week. Next, fruits and veggies. You'd have at least 6 a day, 3 at a minimum. And then whole grains. They've been demonized in America. They're so helpful for weightlifting, so helpful for energy. You should have multiple servings a day. Whole grains, not white bread, not white rice, not white flour, not white pasta, but whole. I've got plenty of other YouTube videos on that. So just any questions, let me know. Last is legumes. They're great for protein, muscle building, and fiber. They're amazing for your gut. Go for it. And then obviously hydration. Foods that hinder performance are important. And this hinders performance in the moment. They did a study on a sausage muffin, and they found that those that ate it actually had decreased diameter of their blood vessels, and they couldn't expand them for hours after eating that sausage muffin. And what you need when you're lifting is you need your blood vessels to open up. Nitric oxide. What do these, pre-workouts do? They open up your blood vessels so you get more blood flow to the muscles and use them better. But if you're eating crap or unhelpful food, it's going to hinder your performance. A couple other things that really hinder performance are added sugars. Just look on the back of any ingredient list and you can see added sugar. Minimize that. Try to get it as low as you can. And then high fat foods, animal protein at certain times, and that's a whole nother discussion. But those are a couple things that I really find helpful to eat, and things definitely that would hinder your performance and muscle recovery. All right, active recovery ideas: cold plunge sauna, quality sleep, 7-9 hours, mindful meditation, yoga, stretching. These are great things to do and incorporate in your repertoire throughout the day or throughout the week to help your muscles. Basically say to your muscles, thank you. Thank you for pushing yourself super hard. I'm going to supply you with what you need. As opposed to, oh, I worked out super hard. I'm going to go have some donuts. I'm going to eat crap. Unhelpful food. It is fun to eat. It's super sweet. It gets a dopamine rush, whatever. It's not helpful for actual body composition and optimization. All right, moving along. Here we go. So we have legs and shoulders and core. And again, remember, I have 3 different sheets here. You choose which one you want to use. There's form, eccentric, there's bulk, and then remember there's tone. Let's use tone as an example. All right, I print off this sheet. It's on my clipboard. I'm ready to exercise. Let's go. Do my warm-up. What are some ideas for a warm-up? Oh, cool. There's a whole list here. I can do a ton of different warm-ups. 3 to 5 minutes. Awesome. Next, I go to jump squats. Okay, I know it's these are, like I said, calisthenics. It's going to work you. Jump squats. How many can I do? Okay, I'm doing jump squats. Don't rest. As soon as you need a rest, you're done counting your reps. Okay, that's something else you got to remember. So I do jump squats. Let's say I can do 20. Awesome. What do? I write 20. Next, Arnold presses. What is that? They're Arnold Schwarzenegger presses. Go on the YouTube, look it up. And Arnold presses. There you go. You get it. Just forward like this and then up like this. How many can I do? Okay, I used 15 pounders. I did 10. So there's my weight, 15 - 10. Now I go back to jump squats. How many I can do? Man, I'm tired. Henderson really worked me. That's a really difficult exercise. I did 18. Go back to Arnold squats. Arnold presses. You've got to use the same weight. That's one of the rules. I could do 12. Oh, cool. And then jump squats. Man, my legs are out of shape. I only did 15, but that's okay. I'm exercising. I'm getting stronger. I'm going to level up. Now I go to last set for Arnold presses. Whoa, how did that happen? I got 20. Cool. Now I go to the next 2 workouts. Single leg deadlift, record, front raises, record. Okay? And then the next time I work out, I am likely going to now move to biceps and triceps. And you repeat the same thing. A little warm up, and then you do exercise 1 and 2 together, then move on to 3 and 4, and then do 5 and 6. And if you want to do a bonus, go for it. And again, if you're like, oh, I don't want to do bench dips, they hurt my shoulder. Well, that does your triceps. What are other tricep exercises? You could do closed grip push-ups, like diamond push-ups. I can do overhead tricep extensions. Oh, there's diamond push-ups. You can do closed grip bench press. There's skull crushers. So all these ideas, and if you're going to do that, just exit out by just crossing it out and write it in. That's good. This is your workout. You get to choose what tricep exercises you love. These are my recommendations, but you may find, skull crushers get me such a good pump. I love them. I'm going to do skull crushers instead of bench dips. Awesome. Now you're starting to own this program. Now it's yours, and you get to run with it. And it's kind of gives me little chills and goosebumps because it's like that's where it gets fun. All right, day 3, I may choose to do back and triceps. Okay, and here I go. And you got the drill. The other thing is, after a couple weeks, you want to check your maxes. Go for it. How many pull-ups can I do? This is on bulk, so there's weighted pull-ups. And I can do 5 with 45 pounds, and that's what I'm going to write, right? I'm going to say 45. I forgot how many I said I did. 5. Great. And then what happens? Hey, a month later, I want to do it again. Dude, or Mrs. I got up to 55 pounds and I did 6. Can you see that? You totally leveled up. Congratulations. And this is what's so fun about this program is you can see the growth. All right. Let's go through a last couple things and I'm going to let you go and get working out. So, once you get this, I'm going to say print them all. Choose the 3 that you want to do. Probably a good idea to stay with all of them eccentric or all of them bulk, all of them tone, but you choose, okay? But just get the 3 different exercises, legs and shoulders, chest and bicep, and then back and tricep. Here are a couple other things. If you don't have access to gym equipment, that's fine. Here's some alternatives. So barbells, you can do resistant bands or water jugs or backpack with books. Totally fine. That can work, okay? I did that during COVID. And then pull-up bar, you can use playground equipment. That's super fun. You can do a whole workout at the playground. A door frame pull-up bar. So there's a lot of different things you can just substitute. Just write it down so you know exactly what you're doing and push yourself. You're great. Injury prevention, I'm big on this. If you're doing a specific exercise, especially if you're older than 30 and you're doing shoulder stuff, be careful. If you start feeling twinges, change the workout. Change your form or change the variation. You might just do like isometric hold or pulses. Also, use proper form, especially when you're using heavy weight, especially in those bulk areas, okay? You may keep 1 or 2 reps in reserve in the bulk phase. That is totally fine. Next, listen to your body. Rest when you need. Again, women, during your period, it's a fantastic time to just really be relaxed and low impact. Cool down, stretch after training, go through full range of motion. Progression notes, again, beginners, eccentric's best. Intermediate, you can just, which one of those 3 you want. When you're plateauing, you may switch training styles or try lifting variations. And that keeps things fresh. That's how I like to lift. All right, if you're not seeing progress, make sure you're challenging yourself. Lifting hard, making sure you're eating enough protein and whole grains. Make sure you verify you're getting adequate sleep and recovery, and then you may switch things up. If it's too hard or too easy, again, switch things up. Adjust the weight or reps. And then last thing is get strong to serve strong. Remind yourself why you're exercising, and this is one of the biggest things because people are like, I want to exercise so I get swole or I get like 6 packs of abs. Well, that can take a long time to get. And sometimes when you think of a deeper why, like, so I can serve my wife and my children better, so I can be happier at work, so I can have better sleep, so I can help my body feel more thorough and flushed and clean and efficient. When you have a deeper why, I submit that you will exercise longer and be more efficient and get more out of your exercises. So a lot of mine is I like to exercise so I can serve better. I can serve my children, I can serve my community, I can serve my patients. So I am just putting this here as a loving reminder, like get strong to serve strong. I am cheering you on. You got this. Make sure you like, subscribe, do the things so you can get some more ideas to help you live your most fulfilling life. Take care.